Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience tuning in Mississippi, as well as our online audience joining us online through iHeartRadio. We're glad you all could join us as well. Well, if you are like me, you will probably be hitting the road more this holiday season rather than jumping on a plane. Road trips are definitely up this time of year because of everything that's going on with 2020. But if you're looking to have the right tech features and make sure that your car is ready for the road, we have the perfect guest that's joining us for this next segment. Brian Moody is here. He's the executive editor for AutoTrader. He's going to fill you guys in on the latest tech features you should be aware of, as well as making sure that your vehicle is ready for the road as well. Brian, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, Brian, what can we expect to see this holiday season in terms of road travel from what you've been noticing?
Well, there's going to be a lot more people on the roads. I think that's the big thing. Cox Automotive, which is the parent company of AutoTrader, they did a survey and found that 86% of adults were planning on taking a road trip of some kind, either in a RV or a car. That's a lot of people. So I would plan ahead. I would leave early. Don't just assume that because people aren't commuting to work that they're not going to commute or they're not going to take a road trip. They probably are going to be.
That is such a great point. And I think for a lot of people, that means then they're not traveling just by themselves then, Brian. You know, they have other people that are with them. So what are some of the things that you're noticing when it comes to a top trip travel tip for our audience when it comes to things that they can take along with them?
Yeah, make sure you have your tech, and not only that, but a way to keep it charged up. So a lot of cars these days, even cars that are 4, 5, 6, even 7 years old, have charging power points in the back seat. So bring multiple cables. Have a cable dedicated just for your car. Don't use the same cable and go in and out of the house. Just leave it in the car, and then you'll always have that. And also, if you're going on a very long trip, you might want to consider bringing a battery backup. This is just in case your car battery goes out or you find yourself in a situation where you don't have a way to charge your phone up. Say you're away from your car or you're away from your hotel room, away from your relative's house. These little batteries can charge into your home and charge up the night before you go, and they'll hold a charge for many days, if not weeks, and then you can plug your phone into that and get juice back if you happen to run out.
Well, really great tip there. Brian, a lot of my friends are already upgrading, getting new vehicles. I am not one of those people this year. I'm still keeping my same vehicle. But there are some of our audience members out there that will be upgrading this year. Do you have any tips as to what they should be on the lookout for when they are looking for a new vehicle?
Yeah, there's a lot of technology that is let's just say it's more recent. And even if you're looking for a used car, 3 or 4 years old, you can still find some of this stuff. I would say look for Apple CarPlay. That's a feature that allows you to use your smartphone's features on the touch screen inside your car. You can use Waze, Spotify, and you can use Apple Maps. It's a great feature. I like it so much I would never get a car without it again. It's that good. There's also a version for Android users called Android Auto. That's the first one. I also like adaptive cruise control. That's like regular cruise control, but it uses radar or laser sensors to match the speed of the car ahead of you. So say you have your cruise control set to 70, the car ahead of you is going 60, it will slow your car down automatically with no intervention from you, and it will stay at 60 as long as that car is ahead of you. When they move out of the way or turn off, it speeds your car back up to 70, and all that happens automatically. Even some of them will slow your car all the way down to a stop in case you get heavy traffic, and it will just keep creeping through traffic. All you have to do is steer. It does that automatically as long as you have your hands on the steering wheel. You steer, and the car brakes and accelerates all those times. It just does all that automatically.
Wow. Now, that is something, that's special, and I think that's a great thing for our audience to be able to look out for, especially when it comes to safety. So with that being said, you know, regardless of whether they're, you know, using their trustee like I am when they're on the road, Brian, or getting a new vehicle, what are some things they need to make sure they're doing with their vehicles to make sure that their vehicles are ready for the road?
Yeah, just like on a typical road trip, you want to check all the fluids, the oil, the coolant, the brake fluid, transmission fluid, if that's the kind of car you have, the window washer fluid. Remember, like you might run into some weather or some debris on the road that's going to cloud your view in the windshield. Make sure there's the window washer fluid, and also check the tire pressure. People often overlook that, but the tire pressure being off by even one little bit in one tire can really change the way the car handles, because that's the thing that connects the car to the road. So make sure your tire pressure is there. And I would also say this, if you haven't been driving your car at all, say your car has been sitting idle for months, since March or whatever, and you haven't been commuting, you haven't been going to the store, take it to a mechanic before you take a long road trip, just to be safe. If you've been driving it, starting it up, driving around the block, you check the fluids yourself, check the tire pressure, you'll probably be okay. But if it's been sitting untouched for many months, I would take it to a mechanic just to be sure.
Great tips there, I think, for all of us. Again, everyone, Brian Moody, he's the executive editor for AutoTrader, has been our guest, sharing some great things when it comes to tech, but also making sure that we're comfortable and safe while we're on the road. Brian, where can our audience go for more information?
For more information, you can go to autotrader.com. We have lots of great car reviews, information on buying and selling, how to get the best deal, monthly incentives. Every month, the manufacturers put out new incentive programs to offer a discount or low financing, plus many, many new and used cars for sale. You can find all that on autotrader.com.
Brian, thank you so much for this. Really appreciate the time and the information, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Glad to do it, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's make today amazing. Take care.